Hello and welcome to Pardon the Integration, a podcast where we explore top trends in the channel today. I'm your host, Caleb Owen from the Channel Company. Today's episode, Securing Your Data with HPE and Zerto. My guest is Chris Saso, Chief Technology Officer at Dasher Technologies, a Converge company. The way the podcast works is we have 3 topics with 3 minutes to talk about each. Our first topic is all about Zerto, followed by HPE acquires Zerto, and our last topic is partnerships and integrations. Let's get started with topic number 1, all about Zerto. Chris, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Caleb.
My first question for you today, what value does Zerto bring to the table?
Zerto is the best continuous data protection product on the market, providing virtualized workloads with the ability to restore in seconds with minimum data loss as compared to other technologies. It enables our clients to replicate both into and out of the public cloud, does the replication without agents, which means Zerto can scale far easier than other cloud-based technologies. It also uses change block tracking, so the amount of data ingress and egress is reduced, thus saving on cloud costs. And finally, Zerto is infrastructure agnostic, which means Zerto can allow our clients to replicate between dissimilar storage vendors and dissimilar technologies.
So with all that power and flexibility, is Zerto difficult to implement and use then?
I think what people think of as a value-added resource like Dasher would say is that it's really hard and you're going to need weeks of professional services at high cost to implement the solution. But actually the opposite is the truth. It is in fact very easy to implement and manage. A half-day knowledge transfer that we would provide on a project like this might be more hours than actually implementing and managing the solution. So it's actually really easy to use and implement.
I guess my third question then for this topic, who will benefit the most from using Zerto?
Not every company has applications and systems that will cost the business millions of dollars if they're offline. But I know, and this sounds self-serving, all clients that are concerned about data loss and how data loss will impact both their business and their reputation, it will benefit from Zerto. Unfortunately, like installing a burglar alarm at your home, the business that truly understands the value of Zerto are those that may have fallen victim to ransomware.
Excellent. Let's move on to topic number 2, HPE acquires Zerto. Now, this was some pretty big news. So I guess my first question on this topic is, why did HPE acquire Zerto instead of a continued partnership?
Sure. I've talked to a number of our partners at HPE and Zerto, and I believe Zerto will accelerate HPE's Greenlake initiative and allow HPE to deliver DR between Greenlake environments. So Zerto can also be used to move data to and from Greenlake environments, whether that's on-prem or in the cloud. So I really think that deeper integration when you buy a company between HPE and Zerto is one of the reasons they did this instead of just a continued partnership.
Sounds like a pretty strategic move, but let's talk about end customers. Why is the HPE acquisition of Zerto exciting just for end users?
Dasher, we've grown up in Silicon Valley and we've worked with a lot of startups over the years. Some grow to, large standalone companies, some go out of business, and others like Zerto are purchased, right, by a leading IT provider like Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. And so there's inherent risk in working with technology companies that are in their early stages of development, right? Should a director of IT or a VP of IT adopt a solution from a startup company that may not exist in a year or two? I've been told that HPE has committed to increase the development staff for Zerto, which will help with the roadmap and their ability to deliver new features, more quickly into the marketplace.
I think one of the scary things that comes with change is kind of what's going to happen. So my last question for this topic is, what can current customers of HPE and Zerto expect moving forward?
Sure. Dasher has been an HPE provider for, over 21 years now. And I've personally been part of the Dasher team for almost 19 of those years. And in this, follows a normal path of acquisition and investment by HPE. I expect we're going to see a dramatic, quicker time to market for development. I also expect we're going to see additional investment, like I mentioned, around Greenlake to scale more quickly and deliver, enhanced capabilities like data ingestion or data migration from the public cloud to Greenlake HPE solutions.
Everything feels like it's moving faster and faster as the years go by. Let's move on to our third topic, partnerships and integrations. My first question in this segment, what experience does Dasher have with HPE and Zerto?
Yeah, no, it's pretty funny. So, Dasher has a history of adopting technologies that are then purchased by leaders in the industry, by HPE. We were an Aruba partner before HPE bought Aruba. We were a Silver Peak partner before HPE bought Silver Peak. So turns out the same thing happened here, right? We have been working with Zerto since 2015. We've worked on over 50 Zerto projects, lots of projects over those years. And Zerto has really matured over those years to be a robust solution. So we've got a lot of experience with HPE over 2 decades. And of course, Zerto now over the last, 5-6 years.
Sounds like Dasher's very forward thinking and able to really pick up on what technologies are going to be big, right?
Well, that's my job.
There you go. Perfect. Let's move on to question 2. What benefits do end users get when partnering with a systems integrator like Dasher?
So as I mentioned earlier, right, Dasher has been a partner to our clients for over 2 decades, right? And our expert staff has worked on thousands and thousands of projects. And it's our job to keep up to date on these new solutions, right? And in the marketplace, both from business, technology perspective, so our clients can focus on their business goals, right? So that's one of the things we do for them. People often refer to people like us as a VAR, right? A value-added reseller. I really don't like that phrase. Amazon's a reseller. You go online, you click a button, something shows up in your front door. It's very transactional, right? We like to refer to Dasher as a value-added resource, and we build value-added relationships. So that is one of the reasons and one of the benefits of working with somebody like Dasher is when you need to solve a business challenge, like putting a solution in place or a product in place to protect against ransomware, to recover from ransomware, you want a partner like Dasher.
That leads right into my last question. Why does partnering with Dasher to implement Zerto and HPE solutions create and ensure stability for the end user?
I think, we all want to sleep soundly at night, right? Nobody wants to wake up at 4 a.m. and worry about what's going to happen if their company gets attacked by ransomware, when they can't recover their applications and data. And certainly nobody wants to pay any fees to a hacker if that were to happen, right? So no matter how large or small your organization is, there are never enough resources to get the job done as fast or as effectively as you'd like to. So this is where Dasher comes in, right? Back to my comment about being a VAR. We're here to be your value-added resource. Simply put, the reason you should partner with Dasher for HPE and Zerto is our long history, our deep experience with both solutions. And as an example of this, Dasher was named HPE's SMB Partner of the Year in 2021. I think it says it all.
I think it really does. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I think your insights into Zerto, ransomware, HPE, all these things really going to benefit our audience.
Well, thank you, Caleb. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much at home for joining us. Before we go, I want to list my 3 takeaways from my discussion with Chris today. Number 1, Zerto is an easy to implement solution that is going to bring huge value across your entire organization. Number 2, HPE's acquisition of Zerto is going to be great for all users of Zerto. Expect major developments and improvements across all platforms. And my last, Dasher Technologies brings ultimate peace of mind for organizations looking to implement solutions such as HPE Greenlake and Zerto. Thank you so much for watching or listening to this episode of Pardon the Integration, Securing Your Data with HPE and Zerto. I'm Caleb Owen, and I'll catch you next time.